Welcome to Chisholm Trail 61. Today we're going to do us a supper casserole dish. We're going to do a Mexican meatloaf casserole. I'm going to show you how to do that coming up right now. Okay, first thing we're doing for our Mexican meatloaf casserole, in the pan here I have 1 cup of rice that I'm cooking, and over here I have 1 pound of ground beef hamburger meat that I'm browning up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cook my rice completely. Then I'm going to get, when my hamburger gets brown good and completely done, I'm going to drain it and put it back in the skillet, and then I'll bring y'all back at that point. Okay, we got our hamburger meat browned and our rice done here. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to mix our rice, dump it over into our hamburger meat here. I'm just going to set this pan over here out the way. And to that, we're going to add 1 packet of taco seasoning. We're going to add 1 can of the rotel tomatoes, juice and everything. Now I've got my burner on medium there, so on medium heat right now. I'll sort of pack that down there. Now I'm going to give that a little stir before I add the rest of my ingredients in it there. Man, that's looking good already, ain't it? Smells good too. Can't wait to get a hold of this Mexican meatloaf casserole. Okay, to that, we're going to add 1.5 cups of water. We're going to add 2 cans cream of mushroom soup. And we're going to stir that all up. I'm going to turn my burner up just a little bit because I want to bring it on up to a simmer there while I'm stirring this in. Man, it's looking good, guys. Making my mouth water. I guarantee you that. Get this stirred in really well here now. We want this stirred in really well. I turned my heat up to about medium high there. You see it's filling my pan up. I bet y'all was wondering why I was had such a big pan if I was only cooking 1 pound of hamburger meat. But we knew all along there was a bunch of stuff going with it, and we're not done yet. This ain't everything going on it. But what we are going to do now, we're going to bring this up to a simmer, and we're going to let it simmer for about 3 to 5 minutes. And then we cut it off, and we're going to take it off the stove, and we'll meet y'all over at the island whenever we get this cooked. Like I said, we want it to simmer for about 3. Okay, we got our meat mixture off of the burner over there, off of the stove. Let's reach over here and get this here spoon, because I'm going to need it. Our meat mixture off of the stove over there. And what we're going to do, first thing we're going to do, we got some nacho cheese Dorito chips here. We're going to they're just a store brand Dorito chips. You can use whichever you like. If you want to buy the regular ones, you can, but buy the store brand for about half the price of the name brand. So I just always buy the store brand. Yeah, my wife says I'm so tired I squeak when I walk, but hey, you know, don't make no sense to pay 2 times as much for the same thing when you can get it for half that. But anyway, so we got just a thin layer of chips down, and we're just going to pour some of our meat mixture over the top of it here. And we're going to set that back down, and I'm just going to sort of spread that out to the outside. We just want to put some in there, get our chips covered there. Give me just another spoonful over here. Just don't have to have a thick layer, just a thin layer. We just want it to come out and cover our chips is all. And then we're going to get us another handful of chips. And we're going to sort of crumble these up. And there, my stove is ready. You probably heard my stove come on. It's set to 350 degrees over there in my oven. So you want to go ahead and get your oven set to 350 degrees. And I almost want to eat them Doritos instead of put them in here. I had to buy 2 bags when I bought this bag because we done eat 1 bag of them. Doritos don't last around my house. So we're going to just come back with us another layer now. I'm just going to try to spread that around some. See where I am. What you want to do is you want to just keep layering this just like this. You use up all your mixture. But we're not done, though. We're not done. Just put me a little bit more on there. That's good enough. Then I'm going to go back with another round. Probably not going to put as many chips on this one because this layer here is probably going to be our top layer. So I put more on that layer there, the second layer, than I did on the bottom of the top. But because it's in the middle, you know, it's going to get the most of the stuff on them. Let me rinse my hands off here. I don't like it. Nacho cheese. I'm using nacho cheese Doritos. Now you can use whichever type of Dorito you want to. And I'm just going to pour this mixture out on here. And people, I'm just as right-handed as I can be, so this raking it out with my left hand just seems awkward to me, but we're going to get it done either way. Let me rake it all down here where I can get to it good. Let me know if you ever fixed a Mexican meatloaf casserole. My number 13 dish here, I did spray it with cooking spray. You know, before I put my chips in there. I didn't film spraying it with the cooking spray because I figure everybody knows how to spray a pan. You know, it's not rocket science, right? And, you know, some of the stuff, you know, you just don't need to waste your time, you know, other people's time on videotaping. You know, I mean, y'all don't want to watch me spray a pan. Y'all more than capable of doing it yourself. That's like I try to have all my ingredients already done before I ever start videotaping. What we're going to do now, I got some shredded cheddar cheese. And we're just going to put us a good helping on here. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to use this whole 8-ounce bag here on here. Because, you know, I mean, of course, if you don't like cheese that much. You don't have to, but I'm just showing you the way that I do it. Just sort of spread it out evenly there. Now what we're going to do, we're going to put this in our oven and we're going to let it go 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. And then at the end of that 20 minutes, we're going to take it out. We'll let it sit here on the island for, 20 minutes or so. Let everything meld together and settle down. And then we'll bring it back and we're going to cut into it and do a taste test. Okay, we got our Mexican meatloaf casserole out of the oven there, and we're going to cut us a piece of it. And we're going to dip us out a piece. It ain't really a cut it, but it's a dip out. I should have got a spoon, but I'm going to try to do this with this spatula. See, can I get it to come up? Oh, yeah. Look at there. Man, is that good or what? She's hot. We hadn't let her sit about 10, 15 minutes because I'm ready to eat supper. I'm wanting to get into this. So we're gonna take one for the team here and blister our tongue probably, but I'm gonna try to blow it just a touch before I stick it in my mouth. Man, what you talking about? That is good there. Hey, if you would, give the video a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all of you do. We appreciate all of you take the time every day to watch our videos. We got a Mexican meatloaf casserole. We'll see you on the next one.